You born in
I
Lenox
was
Hill?
born in Lenox Hill.
Harlem.
And then we lived in Harlem, in the projects on 103rd Street, Washington Projects. And then maybe at 4, we moved to Queens.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Moved to Queens, St. Albans.
Oh,
So we went to St. Albans from
Wow.
4 to, I want to say 13. 14. That's when I got to New Jersey. No, it couldn't have been. Must have been 13.
See, this whole time, I'm just thinking you just Jersey straight up the whole time. I'm thinking like born and raised Jersey.
No way.
What part of St. Albans?
I mean, what part of St. Albans?
What part? I lived in St. Albans, Linden and Farmers.
I'm around the corner.
I was off Merrick. I was right there.
American what?
Oh, God. What are we doing?
You don't remember.
I didn't know the address. I'm not putting it on camera.
You don't live there anymore.
I'm still not putting it on camera.
I respect that, okay. An old address we can't put on camera.
No.
Respect.
So, talk about Queens real quick, because we from Queens. I had no idea you stayed in Queens or Harlem. So, talk about your experience growing up in Queens, and what was that like?
Growing up in Queens. Well, shit. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean by that?
Like, what kind of kid were you in Queens? What were you doing?
Music.
You said you was there from 4 to 13. So you started music that early?
Listening to it, learning it, recording it, asking for speakers and boom boxes on Christmas. Got a brother that's 5 years older.
Mm-hmm.
So learning the things that he was learning maybe at an early age. He was into some things I won't say on camera,
right.
But he was into some other things. And that's really all I remember is outside, going through the normal back and forth with mom that you go through as a kid growing up. But I just remember the music, just music. School, 118.
Mm-hmm.
He was in 238. Then I think I was in 59.
Okay.
Are you kind of ashamed that you don't remember? Are you not talking about your childhood, or you just don't remember?
I remember everything.
You look like you don't.
But what is there to say about it?
I mean, we want to know your childhood. Okay, let me ask you. Was it was just you, your mom, and your brother? Was Pops around?
No. Pops is not around. No.
Do you know him?
At that time?
At that time. Did you know him at the time?
Yeah, I knew my dad.
I mean, did he
What do y'all think? I was a fucking foster kid?
No.
Holy shit.
Nah, we got.
No.
We trying. Like I said, I was going on. We trying to get some insight.
Y'all want like history. Y'all
This
want
is what
like
we do.
story.
This is what we do. We don't. Yeah.
Okay.
You're so
I
used
got
to
it, got
answering
it.
questions the way you do.
Yeah. Okay. I understand what y'all are saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's kind of unfair that you come with your great podcastial knowledge and try to reverse it on us.
No, I just
allow us to run the ship, Joe.
I am. Please. All right,
wanna
come
know
on.
the childhood.
All right, come on. Let's do it. All right. So, I got to pick my spots here with what can and can't be said.
True.
But by the time we got to Queens, Dad is not around.
Okay.
It is me, my mother, my brother. It was us three, and my cousin and an aunt, because we're in a house that was inherited by my mom. It doesn't matter, but that's why we're in the house.
Nice.
But Dad is not there, and Mom did a good job covering for Dad.
Mm.
Mom covered for Dad the entire time.
Did you realize, like, you know, you didn't?
No.
Oh, wow.
No. Like, she did good.
Shout out to Mom.
But that's early though, right? So by the time my older brother, 5 years older, he had what would be a behavioral problem. So he was wild. So I'm 5 years younger, so I'm just watching that. So by the time I'm 9, 10, he has to go. We got to find somewhere for him to help him. And that place happened to be a program in New Jersey called Kids in Secaucus. It's no longer there. But it was in-house rehabilitation. But it was a family program. And that's why we ended up moving to Jersey.
Mm.
I mean, what when you say behavior problem, you mean like outside in the street? Like
Yeah.
Not staying in the house? Like
Oh, yeah, no. And I mean, maybe rage. Behavior problem meaning rage and just anger, violence, temper, low tolerance.
Do you think that he remember when Pops was there? And when Pops
We don't have the
left?
same father.
You don't have the same father?
No, we don't have the same
But how
father.
about his father? Like, do you think it was a lot of times in our neighborhoods at a young age, we tend to cry out when we don't really have even though moms is there, when we don't have a man figure around. Do you think that could?
I think that could play a part. I think upbringing and your parents and their relationship plays a large part in some of your views and ways of coming up. Yeah, I agree with that.
Nice. So when he went to Jersey, did those programs do anything?
Oh, so what I was going to was,
Sorry.
I'm sorry, not to cut
Oh,
you
I
off.
cut you off. I'm
but
sorry.
What I was going to was, by the time I was 12, 13, well, from 10, because this was a family program, and I had to be, I had to share and be transparent and vulnerable, and there was all types of groups for the siblings of people in this program, because you had to be a witness to some shit. So if they fucked up, y'all got to be fucked up, right? So that's where writing came into play at 10. Because you're writing your experiences, you're writing, basically keeping a journal, but a lot more introspective than a journal would be. And that was a weekly thing. So now you introduce that at 10. But by 12, 13, mom probably knew that dad needed to pop up now. Dad needed to pop up. And he was able to. He's out of jail. He's not on whatever he was on. So what a time for Pop to pop up at 13, 14, when now I'm manifesting into whatever wild shit my mom could see at the time. And maybe she was just a little jaded in that. I don't know. Can't speak for her, because she had to raise my brother and that went a certain way. And I guess I was always pretty rebellious too. So yeah, that's when dad